My name is Otieno. I have been a soccer and sports commentator for years. I started at KBC. Now, you probably have heard that he was one of the best sports commentators at that time, eh? But I'm not here alone.
My name is Nyongesa. I was also a sports commentator at KBC, inspired by Bernard, and actually originally by Mambo.
He used to have his broadcasts on radio, and you know radio was very graphic those days because there was no pictures, so he had to describe the game. So listening to the description of those games then, made us be interested in now broadcasting sports in a different way as well. Although we did it on television, it was because of the language that he was using that time on radio and all that. Eh?
I mean, there's very few people who can describe anything and make it so vivid like this.
But there's also very few people who can actually formulate phrases that will be used over the years, like kadenge na mpira. You know how many times it's been used by so many generations of people all the time, eh? And the J who Nyongwana.
It's true.
You know?
But for me, the biggest thing is the person. I mean, remember when we first showed up at KBC?
Yeah.
You'll be intimidated by somebody
Absolutely.
you've known about for like over 20 years.
Yes.
He was gentle. He was like everybody's favorite uncle. He wouldn't intimidate anyone.
No, he was very welcoming.
He was very welcoming.
Very welcoming,
so
even to people.
A lot.
Even to people who are just coming into the industry, you're afraid that you are going to be intimidated. You hear about him, you think about him, but when you go to meet him, you think you're going to be in trouble, and then you find somebody who's talking to you almost like the small brother and encouraging you. That was really quite something for a person to have inspired generations, and for a person to have been able to speak to everybody at all levels. Really, he was bigger than life.
For me, what I would just say is that he was like, okay, I remember. Very naughty, very charming.
He was not
very
naughty.
witty.
He was humorous.
But like, what you say? Everyone's favorite uncle. That's what I remember.
He was humorous. Not naughty. He was humorous.
He was So rest in peace, Mr. Mambo. But basically, his legacy can't die. There's hundreds and thousands of us who actually are here because of him.
We will not be able to celebrate him enough, but we can only ask that his soul rests in peace and that his legacy lives on.